Good morning and welcome. This is NDTV Profit. You're watching Ask Profit program, and this show is geared towards getting you all of your stock-related questions answered. That number that you see on the bottom of your screen, that's where you send your questions to us, and we will take them in just a bit. For now, let's turn to where the action is in the equity markets right now. And you've seen, well, we were hoping that you would see an abate. Experts for the day, we've got Saurabh Jain, who's equity head research at SMC Global Securities, as well as Rajesh Palviya, SVP Technical and Derivatives Research at Axis Securities. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time. Saurabh, I'll come.
It's from Shiv, who is from Ludhiana. He's asking that he has BCL Industries 1100 shares and his average price is 60.83, and currently he's incurring a loss of roughly 6.56k. So he wants to understand the short-term perspective for this. Rajesh, I'll come to you. Your view on how does BCL Industries look on chart?
Good morning. So stock has broken its important support area, which was placed at around 57 rupees. As we have already witnessed, supply pressure in most of the mid-cap stocks in last couple of trading sessions. In this process, this stock also broken its important and crucial support area. So I think if it's sustained below to 57 levels, furthermore profit taking we can see in this stock, and possibly it may slide further towards 50 or 48 kind of level. Though near-term structure is still bearish for the stock, as the stock is trading below to all its near-term, short-term moving averages. So I think his purchase price is almost around 60 levels, so which is to a 20-day, 50-day moving average. So that may act as a steep resistance for any kind of minor pullback in this kind of market. So I think if he has a time horizon for next 2-3 months, then he can hold on or try to average out around 48 level, which is the next important support area.
That's a fair point. All right, that's the view on BCL Industries, currently trading down under pressure, 4.5–5% in trade today. But that's the case with a lot of stocks today, and you'll find quite a few stocks taking a bit of a knock in trade. The next question, Rajat Chabra's question, is an interesting one. Saurabh, we've been talking about
market condition. Okay, Saurabh, I take your point. Well, the next question is on VST Industries. Now, Ramesh Prabhu from Mumbai is asking that what is the risk to reward price range to buy VST Industries? I'm sure, I mean, this is one of the favorite stocks of, Radhakishan Damani. But Rajesh, your view on how does this look on charts? I'm sure the stock has had a good run-up. It's been a momentum stock, but today it's under pressure.
So stock is in series of low top, lower bottom formation since last couple of weeks, and looking at the near-term, short-term structure, stock structure is on the weaker side. Though stock has broken its important support area, which was placed at around 400 rupees. Stock is now slipped below to 20-day, 50-day moving average. Even the longer-term moving averages is trading below to longer-term moving averages. Looking at the near-term structure, I think we may see furthermore supply pressure in this stock, and possibly stock may correct towards 320, even 310 kind of level. That's the next important support area on the downside. So I think if you want to buy this stock, you can wait for furthermore correction towards 300, 310. That's the appropriate level again to re-enter in this stock. So long term, if the time horizon is little higher, then you can buy and accumulate in this stock. For trading pullback, I think the major supply pressure will remain at around 380, 385 zone. So that would leads to again, review once the stock, starts recovering from the lower level.
Point. Let's pull up Bandhan Bank intraday and look at how it's performing. We've got a question coming in from Mohit, who's writing in from Ludhiana, who's asking about this counter. He's got 500 shares, which he's bought at levels of 187, which is exactly where Rajesh also to practice with me while we're at it. Let's talk about Rajesh's question. Rajesh Maheshwari from Indore is asking about Global Spirit, which is about 200 shares off at a price of 1,242. He's looking at the short to medium term outlook on this stock and whether it's advisable to remain invested or to exit if the call is to exit. And he's on a 23,000 rupee loss right now. Rajesh, if he has to exit, what level should he exit at?
I think the immediate resistance which we can see on the near-term to short-term perspective, which is placed at around 1250 kind of level only, where I think he has bought around those level only. As near-term to short-term structure is still showing some bit of recovery in the stock, but stock is now slipped below to 20-day moving average. That may add some weakness in the near-term perspective, but overall structure looks to be on the bullish side, and we believe that if stock not breaks below 1100 level in this correction, there is a possibility some pullback we could see towards 1200 to 1250 kind of level, where he may try to exit or trim down his position, as the major supply zone is placed at around 1250 zone only.
All right. The next question is from Srinivas K. He's bought SBI at 821, and his query is that it's falling drastically. Should I hold or sell? Rajesh, I'll stick with you for this one. What should he do? Because SBI has big plans. Recently, they also said that they're planning to increase their headcount by 10,000 this fiscal year. So big plans on cards, but the stock is not doing much. So your view, technically, how does it look on charts?
So I think in the previous rally of banking stocks, PSU bank have not done well, and most of the banking PSU bank stocks were under consolidation only. The same kind of behavior with the SBI, and if we look at the last 5-week behavior, stock is moving in the range only. On the higher side, 810 to 820 is the immediate supply zone for the stock. But his views is for 2 to 3 month kind of time frame. I think he may hold on, as the stock is trying to get support from its important support area of 770, 760. That's the important level to keep on watch. If it breaks below 760, then only he may try to exit. Otherwise, he can hold on the position. The major supply zone is at around 810, 820. Once the stock manages to take out these levels, possible rally can extend to 860 kind of level also. But it may take time of 2 to 3 months, as stock looks to give breakout on the high side. But once the market stabilizes, then only we may see this kind of action in this stock.
All right, and quite a few in the banking and financial space that have disappointed investors in the recent past. Among them, one is IDFC First Bank, and Kiran from Bengaluru is asking this question.
Sirish, who's from New Delhi. Now, what he's saying is that he's bought Cochin Shipyard at 80 shares of Cochin Shipyard at 1900, and his question is whether he should average out this or not. So, Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one. All of these, shipping stocks and defense shipping particularly have seen a significant run up. What should be the next course of action according to you?
So this is the third consecutive month where stock is making lower high-low formation. That clearly suggests that there is a sustained supply pressure in this stock. This is not happening with only this stock. It's happening with all companies related to defense stocks. So I think this segment is under profit booking, as we have already seen a very big rally for all this stock, and since last 2-3 months, all the stocks under supply pressure. For Cochin Shipyard, my view is still, I think he should wait. Even if he wants to average, I think this is not the right price to average out, as still stock is under pressure, and possibly stock may slide further towards 1520, 1500 kind of level also. So for average, this is not the right price. I think we may see further more pressure on the downside. But still, on the higher side, the major supply zone, which is looking on the near term as well as short term, which is placed at around 1800 to 1850 zone. So until unless stock not crosses over 1850, it may remain under pressure only for any kind of minor pullback action.
Point. All right. Samir from Kolkata has got the next question. He's asking about Banco products, which he's bought at levels of 702. Let's pull up the chart and see where it's currently trading, and 718 or thereabouts. So he's making a little bit of a gain, but the stock is under pressure like so many others in trade today. It's coming towards you again, Rajesh, and on the technical charts, what he's asking is, would you suggest a sale at this level to prevent further downside? And if so, what level should he look at to sell at? Samir is asking.
I think long-term structure is bullish for the stock. Though there is a supply pressure in mid-cap space, I think some profit taking is happening in this stock also. But I think if he can hold on the position with the trailing stop loss of 680, that may act as a trailing stop loss for him. As if its stock not breaks below 680, I think there is a possibility that stock may attempt to give breakout above 740, 760 zone, and if that happen, possible rally can extend to 850, even 900 zone also going forward. So 680 should be kept as a trailing stop loss if he wants to hold the position for furthermore positional upside.
Got it. The next query again is, from the banking sector. The query is on HDFC Bank. The query says that 53 quantity shares bought at 1642. She's asking whether she should hold for a long-term perspective or not. The Q2 update for HDFC, of course, was disappointing because the AUM growth was at 2% hardly. Gross advances grew by 1.3% and gross deposits grew by around 3%. So, Saurabh, your view on HDFC from a long...
We are continuing for another half an hour, so there's a lot more that we can discuss. Saurabh as well as Rajesh, do stay with us. We have to slip into a very quick break. We'll be back on the other side to take more viewer queries. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit. It's time to ask our experts what their top picks are, and it's something that we will do on an ongoing basis every day at around this time. I'm coming to you first, Rajesh, on your technical picks based on market right now, and I must admit that it's a difficult proposition to find stocks that you should buy for at least the short term, but anything looking attractive based on the charts?
So first stock that I like on the buying side, that is Care Rating. Though stock has slipped from its day high, but looking at the overall breakout which we have witnessing on the weekly as well as on the daily chart, and the stock is comfortably holding above all its near-term, short-term moving averages. After a consolidation of 7-8 week, stock managed to give breakout in the previous week, and I think the stock is holding the ground at higher level. We believe that your Care Rating may exhibit a good amount of rally going forward. So 1190 is the target for short term. One can buy this stock with stop loss of 980. On the short side, the stock which I like is Dabur. Very weak structure on the near term structure, and I think Dabur can be looked at to go short, not on the buy side. And we believe that Dabur may slide further towards 555. So one can look to go short in Dabur with a stop loss of 576 on the future, and target is 555.
Saurabh, what about you? As we speak, we have the Nifty 50 that's just about holding about 24,900 or thereabouts, but quite a bit of selling witnessed in the broader point. IRFC is the next counter we're talking about. Manas from Odisha is asking whether it can be bought at the current price. Rajesh, on the basis of technicals, currently under pressure, but it's had quite the run over the last 12 months or so, nearly a doubler in that time frame, down about 4% in trade today. Is it a good time to buy?
I think again, railway stocks have also shown corrective move in last 2-3 months, and this is the third consecutive month where stock is still showing the weakness. I think if he wants to buy, I think wait for level of around 140 to 135. That's the immediate important support area for this fall. So I think wait for another 2 to 3% kind of correction from the current level, and then he can start buying it if he's having horizon of another 6 months from the current market price.
All right. The next question is again on a railway stock. Well, Suresh from Bangalore has bought railway stock 600 in quantity at 530 a piece. Now his current loss is roughly 78,000. So he wants to know whether he should keep holding this or he should exit. Rajesh, your view on this? What should he do?
Again, the same behavior. Again, the stock is in corrective move. Looking at the correction which we saw in last couple of months, I think still there is a room for further more correction towards 380 kind of level. So I think that could be the next level where stock may try to find some support buying action around. So 380 would be the next level. So if he wants to exit from this stock or want to book losses, I think wait for some pullback action towards 420, 430 kind of level, where I think stock may attempt to give that pullback. And if you want to exit, then around those level you can exit.
Fair point. Tata Motors is the next counter that we're talking about, and Sridevi Meduri from Nagpur is asking this question, and she's bought at 670 for the long term, so she's in the green and quite significantly so. The counter that you want to know about, it's down about 4%, and you're thinking about investing in this for the next 1 to 2 years. Let me go across to Rajesh then, based on the technicals, whether it's a good idea for you to do so or whether there's a better opportunity down the road. Rajesh, what do you think based on the charts?
Stock is moving in a down-sloping channel since last 8-10 week. That is suggesting that still there is a room for further more correction in this stock. Though long-term structure is bullish for the stock, but still on the near-term to short-term, I think we may see some corrective move towards 1260 kind of level also. So I think wait for that correction to complete, as still stock structure is weak on the near-term. So 1260 would be the next level, I think, where one can review this counter, and if stocks not breaks below 1260, then they may start buying it, because long-term structure is bullish, and I think some pullback action or some recovery phase may start for the stock, and then going forward stock may deliver good return towards 1400 to 1450 kind of level.
All right. The next question is on an FMCG company again. Rajan Iyer is holding around 100 shares of ITC since last 10 years, including the bonuses that ITC has issued. Now he's waiting.
Launch straight into it. 2 minutes is what we have, and we can take as many questions as you can answer. Concor or Container Corporation of India is the first counter that we're talking about. Vaibhav from New Delhi is asking about this. He's bought at levels of 920. Should he hold on? Saurabh, on the fundamentals, yes or no?
Better to exit.
Better to exit is a call on Container Corporation of India. Keynes Techno is the next counter that we're talking about. Afsal is asking about this. He is undergoing a loss of as much as 10% right now. On the technicals, Rajesh, would you hold on?
I think some pullback may come from the current level, so hold for some pullback action.
Okay, Darshan's got the next question. He's asking about JK Tyre as well as Apollo Tyre. ITI is the next counter that we're talking about. 294 is the buy price. We've got a question from a viewer, bought at 294. Would you hold on or would you exit? Rajesh?
Exit.
All right, that's all the time we have. Gentlemen, you've done incredibly well. Thank you so much for answering all the questions that you did. I put you under a little bit of pressure today, I must admit. On that note, that brings us to the end of this particular edition of Ask Profit from Mahima and myself and the team that put this show together. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay tuned. Lots more coming up over the course of the day. And this is the NDTV Profit.